tonight we're going to have MVP Trey and Program Manager Parker. We're going to be talking about member relations and the Passport to Civic Leadership program. But first, we're going to have, we're going to talk a little bit about some upcoming events. Let me pull some up. We're waiting on Trey to get in, but we have a couple of different trainings coming up this weekend. I know that we have National President Justin is going to be doing the impact training. And then we have IBP Chanela is doing a training. And then we have, I believe, past President Noel is doing a training also this weekend. That's all on Saturday. And then on Friday night, JCI USA is hosting our first ever mystery murder party. So that's going to be super exciting. And MDD Ross is going to be sharing a couple of more little snippets and clues for that. So you'll want to tune in for that. Looks like we finally have MVP Trey joining us. Let me add him in here real quick. I don't see his camera, though. You got to turn your camera on, Trey. Can you hear us? Nope. Not yet. Just kidding. All right. So we'll hide him for just another minute, but until he can figure out his camera situation. But our murder mystery night is actually going to be super interesting. Hello, Whit. Welcome tonight. It's a masquerade ball. And a lot of our national team is playing the parts, and we're inviting all of you to watch on Facebook Live. We're also going to try and stream it on YouTube. And so, yeah, y'all are going to be the ones that are actually solving the mystery. So it's super exciting. All right, Trey, I'm bringing you back on. I see where you text, but it says that you have to turn your camera on. You got to press the camera button at the bottom. Hey, Ross. Hey, Nate. All right, so here's what's going to happen until we can get Trey's camera figured out, because it doesn't seem like it's going to work yet. I am going to bring Ross on real quick. Sorry to put you on the spot, Ross, but I'm going to put you on here real quick until we can get Trey's camera figured out. Hey, Heather. And then we are going to talk more about this murder mystery. There we go. We got Ross. All right. Hey. There you go.
Hey, Miranda.
How are you? Thanks for joining us on Spur of the Moment. You got to shut your Facebook down.
It's all good. Thankfully, I was sitting at my laptop getting ready for the murder mystery tomorrow.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about it. We're excited.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
No, I can hear you. It's just I think you were listening over on that side.
I couldn't hear the audio on my side, but now we're good.
Yep.
So yeah, tomorrow night at 7 Central, we're doing a virtual murder mystery. We're going live. We released some of the characters' headshots today. So those are suspects in the murder, and some of those people look pretty familiar to me, but I'm not sure who the murderer actually is.
I'll sip my tea.
So at 7 o'clock tomorrow, be sure to tune into the JCI USA Facebook page, just like you normally do for Leadership Live. We'll have the live stream going on there. As we go through, our characters are going to give you some backstories and some clues into what happened and what they were up to. So you're going to hear some alibis. You're going to hear some pretty crazy stories, I would assume. I haven't seen any of the detective work yet. I know we're putting it together as we speak, but there's a lot of very interesting things going on with that. But like I said, our characters will give you that story, and then our audience is actually going to be the one that's able to interact and ask questions and solve the murder mystery. So we want to make sure that we can get that murderer off the streets and detained.
So it looks like Whit's saying that Margot did it for sure.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm going to say that because I saw my face on there and I totally didn't do it. I could never hurt a fly.
I saw a lot of faces on there that I was really surprised, Miranda. You didn't see my face on there, though, so it looks like I'm innocent this time.
I don't know. Maybe that means you did it.
Could be, but like I said, I don't think I'm one of the suspects.
Let's see. Amy says, should have yelled at me, Ross. I used to run an escape room and did murder mysteries, too.
Well, that's the cool part. So this is the first episode tomorrow, and Amy, we definitely will talk. We're gonna run a series every 2 weeks in May on Fridays. So it'll be the 1st, it'll be the 15th, and then the 29th, right before Memorial Day, and then we'll do probably another series in June. As long as the quarantine's in place, we're going to continue as much programming as we can, similar to our game nights and our socials that we have. But outside of that, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It appears that Emily says you're framing us all.
Me?
It was your idea. It's your project.
That's true, but I didn't pick the characters. Oh, Parker did it. See, so we've got people. People are.
Oh, and I totally believe that, President Maley. I mean, he is a lawyer, so he would know how to get out of it anyway.
It's true.
So.
But yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Outside of tomorrow, we'll be looking for some casting characters for our next few.
Now, Trisha's trying to throw me under the bus. She says, I work for the police. It's a conspiracy.
Miranda, you're in trouble.
But where was Trisha at in all of this? Because we all know that Trisha and I are like this, and wherever I'm at, she's at, and we don't do anything without each other. So
well, it usually works for me too. So I'm usually right there with you guys.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't think I did the murder. I'm too nice.
I didn't either.
All right. So Trey is rebooting, but so we're going to do this every 2 weeks, and it's going to be a different theme, right?
Yep. So the first one is Mardi Gras theme. The second one, I believe, is like wine and chocolate themed. Interesting. Huh? We have a death in a park, I think, coming up, and then I'm not sure what the fourth one is, but they're all really interesting and they're all really fun. And so as we've gone through this, as we've been developing it, the whole thing is to have fun, right, and bring everybody together. I know you all, as characters and actors through this, you've definitely taken it up way above my expectations through this. I know I've participated in murder mysteries. I've been a character acting in person, so it's going to be a little bit different doing it virtually. But as you all have exceeded my expectations this far, I think you're going to do the same tomorrow when we unveil the mystery.
Yeah, so I mean, it is a good thing that because you're breaking us out of our comfort zone, and you're not going to ask. You're going to ask other people to be in it the next time, right?
Yep. So this first one, like I said, is just the people that are in the photo, the character photo that we know of.
Guinea pigs.
You're the guinea pigs, and then outside of it, I am totally open. I know a lot of us will work together. We'll get some other people who want to kind of act that are good at acting. If they're not good at acting, you don't have to do anything really except read a script and stay in character. But again, it's an opportunity that a lot of us don't have, and we'll be able to develop those skills as we go.
So we have Trisha said that she's stuck at home. Bethany says that she was quarantined. Ariana says this is amazing. President Gwen says wine and chocolate. I'm in, doing that right now. And it was also her birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, President Gwen.
And she got Uno cards.
Huh?
She got Uno cards too.
I saw that. So I'm gonna have to play with my state presidents because now that's 3 of them have been playing. So and then Maylee says cruise themed.
Oh,
that might be interesting. Krista says, I'm excited for wine and chocolate. And then Ariana says, oof, too soon about the cruise one, I think.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll wait a little while on that one.
All right, we're going to have to get Trey to try his phone because he's still not showing a camera.
That's pretty suspect, too. I think Trey's part of the murder mystery tomorrow as well.
I mean, he's a sneaky little fella. Maybe him and Parker are in on it, and that's why we can't get them on the camera. Maybe they're hiding the body right now.
They could be.
Never know. I wouldn't put it past either one of them.
Me either.
But so who do you have? Who do you think you're going to ask for characters next time? Just like state presidents or chapter presidents or any member that's interested?
It's totally open. There's usually 7 or 8 characters for each one. So as we go through and we develop these, anybody that's interested, they can reach out to you. They can reach out to myself. Like I said, the key word is fun and making sure that we can have a good time. Typically, we go out to the movies and do fun things on Friday nights. So hopefully this is a good alternative. It's not the same 100%, but it's going to give us an opportunity to at least have a little bit of fun with our members and, bring your family in it. Bring your friends that aren't members. Anybody can tune in. Anybody can guest. The more people we have helping solve the case, obviously, is going to help us in the long run.
Right. Well, all right. Well, I still don't see Trey's face, but I see he's ready to broadcast again. So I will thank you for trying to save our face. And we will, if worst case scenario, we'll just bring Parker straight on in.
Awesome.
But thank you for letting us know a little bit about this. I'm super excited about tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll have a couple more clues going out tonight and then a couple more tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on really quick, and hopefully everybody will jump in tomorrow.
Awesome. We'll see you tomorrow then.
Thanks, Miranda.
All right, bye. All right, so let's try Trey one more time and see if he works. Still no camera, Trey. Is there any button you can press? I don't even hear you. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to turn you to audio only in case you can get it to work. And we're going to go ahead and bring in Parker. Hey, Parker.
Hey, Miranda. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for dealing with us through technology issues.
I hate that. Technology's always the worst.
I know. I hate that Trey couldn't be here. But so tell us a little bit about the Passport to Civic Leadership program.
All right. Well, Passport Civic Leadership has been a program around for JCI USA for a while. When I first joined the JCs, I thought Passport was a great opportunity. I grew up, volunteering, being active in my community through leadership such as Boy Scouts. And with their Scouts, they had ranks, and you had certain requirements to get through to become a better individual, more well-rounded, and, move through the ranks to become a, better Scout. Passport's the same thing, and it's a great way to become a better JCI member that JCI USA has to offer. There are currently 10 levels. Each level has roughly 5 different requirements you need to get done. And it seems like a lot. It seems daunting. You roughly 50 tasks you have to get done to become a 10th degree JC. But if you sit down, take a look at it, it's really straightforward, and it actually is the best roadmap for you to become the best JCI member you can be. So that's why I really liked it. I volunteered to be the Passports to Civic Leadership Program Manager this year. And Justin gave it to me, luckily.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's real, like you were saying, it's really not that hard. It looks overwhelming. I know that I know it did take me a while, but now it took me a while because I wasn't thinking out of the box when it came to doing certain tasks. So I'm from a very small state, and at the time when I was trying to get my 10th degree, we only had one chapter, so we didn't have competitions or stuff like that. So those were hard, and those took me forever to get. And but I didn't realize that as a chapter we could still hold competitions. Exactly. And it would count. So I never realized that. And I thought it had to be like on a state level. And I was like, well, we don't have a state organization because we're one chapter. So for all those years, I was just like, well, I only need one other thing to check off. And so, I mean, there's a little bit of, we kind of make it harder than what it actually is.
Oh, I would totally agree. And, as you kind of said earlier, I am a lawyer. And so my job is to know the law, the rules, and find my way around those rules to get what I want. And that's a perfect example. And in fact, I was talking with Trey earlier.
Look, here he is. We can actually see his face now, too. Do we want to bring him in, or do we want to just keep him in the queue?
I think we should bring him in. He worked so hard for it.
He did work really hard for it. All right.
Hello.
Let me figure out how to get my camera now that we've gotten so little. There we go. Hey, can you hear us all?
Apparently,
perfect.
Got to mute the headphones.
Can you hear us, though?
Hang on 1 second. Y'all keep talking. And look at my son. Got the.
Look at him,
laptop,
blessed, and he tried
iPad.
3 different platforms.
Another one.
So, like we were saying, there's certain things you can definitely be doing right now with Passport to, get around some of the restrictions of different areas. I know so many different chapters right now that are using GoToMeeting or Zoom to meet with their members, as well as get involved their community. And if you look at some of the events that we have, they can work out real well. For example, one of them that you talked about was on Saturday. President Justin's teaching JCI Impact.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the requirements you need for level 5 5th degree JC. The other thing is people forget is you don't actually need to go 1 through 10 to get everything done.
You don't have to do them in order.
Yeah, you hit something, you mark it off, you get it done. That's what people always want
to do. You could technically go to your first convention or conference and attend new member orientation, attend Impact, and recite the creed and have it all in these different levels, but not necessarily have completed a certain number of degrees. Like you don't have to complete 1 degree to finish 2, 3, and 4.
Correct. Now, I will say that you are only the level of the degree you have completed. So
exactly.
If you have everything done for the fifth degree, which is 10 JCI Impact, lead a training, participate in a JC project, visit another activity of a different chapter, as well as attend a state event, you might be able to get all those done. But if you haven't completed, chairing your own project yet, you wouldn't be a 5th degree. But that is just the easiest motivation to move through the ranks quickly. I did a calculation, and theoretically, in theory, as a lawyer likes to say, there are roughly, as we said, about 50 activities check marks you need to get done. During COVID, you could probably get 34 of those out of the 50 done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, Trey, can you hear us now? He can't hear us now. He can't hear us. All right. So then,
I can hear Parker, but I cannot hear Miranda. I know, right?
All right. Well, tell him that I'm fixing to call my chapter president and recite the creed.
Well, Trey, she's fixing to call her chapter president, and recite the creed. I feel like we're playing telephone now.
That sounds like a plan. I think you should do that because I can't do it on my phone now because I had to use that to go live.
So I'm fixing to show you guys how easy this is. And I see that she's watching, so she should answer. I hope she answers. So, actually, should I FaceTime her? I wonder if it's going to do feedback. It'll probably do feedback. I guess it'll do feedback even if I called her. But it's fine. Hi. I am fixing to work on one piece of my passport. You ready? I'm reciting the creed to you. All right. We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men, that Earth's greatest treasure lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life. Hoy. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me put you on speaker to say that.
Oh, okay.
All right, now say it again.
She successfully recited her creed, so I think she can check that box off her passport again.
All right. Thank you, President Bethany.
You're welcome, and VP Miranda.
Bye.
Now, Miranda, you brought up a good point there. People don't know where there's not like a piece of paper we have for passport. In order to fill out your passport activities, you need to make sure that you're active with jcmember.com, which is how you renew anyway. So
Right.
if you go to jcmember.com, JAYCEMEMBER.com, you can log in there, not only renew and get that done for the year, because you can renew all year long, get your renewals done, but you can do your passport for civic leadership and check off all what you need to do. Additionally, if you aren't having your chapter president mark off what you completed, I guarantee you can talk to your state president and they'll volunteer to check those off for you if you can do it with them.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, I mean, we're here to help you. I mean, we want you to succeed in it.
Exactly. And, if anyone has questions, I'm always willing to answer. But like I said, look at them. They're straightforward and they're great ways to make you a better JC member. It's not just, something I have to do. It's an opportunity to better yourself individually, and that's what we're all trying to do here.
Great.
Well, do you want to tell Trey that I'm going to let the two of you talk about the passport or see if he wants to talk about it anymore? Because I can go off for a minute.
Real quickly, though, Serena had a question. What if you're the state president? Well, two things. One, I believe NVPs have authority to mark off passport activities. So you can't really mark yourself off because that would be pushing it way too far for the theoretically. But you could talk to them. Additionally, if you're state president, you're probably not your chapter president. And your chapter president has the authority to check off stuff for you. So as long as you do it to your state chapter president, they should be able to mark off all those things that you've completed and what you could then mark off for them as well. But great question, Serena.
See if Trey has anything to add since he can't hear me. This is probably the greatest time of his life where he can't hear me.
Trey, do you have anything to add? Miranda wants to know because you can't hear her.
I know. I feel like I've left out and missed so much trying to log on. But I mean, I guess I was wrong, but I brought this passport. Does that count?
That count if we were to go on the cruise, but because we're not doing that, it's a different little one. You get a nice little pin, though, when you get done with your 10th degree.
That is true. I do have that beautiful pen.
And that's a really unique one. They've changed it a little bit. It's really nice.
Yeah, I heard. I got a friend of mine who like a 20th degree or whatever. Shout out to James Danley. Yeah.
He's just that over much of it. He's such an overachiever.
He certainly is, but we love him. I mean, I could add more. I don't know what all was touched on, so I do apologize with again, technology hates me. And even the headphones, I can hear Parker, but I can't hear Miranda.
That's where you should tell him that's probably the best moments of his life.
Miranda wanted me to let you know this is the best moments of your life, probably, where you can see her, but don't hear her.
Oh, that's not true at all. That is not true at all. Everybody loves Miranda. That's why everybody tunes into Leadership Live every Thursday night. So Miranda's done an amazing job with it. So they definitely don't tune in for me. I can tell you that because they know I can't log on most of the time. This is my third time, and like I might as well 3 strikes. I'm out on this one. I use my baseball reference there because, technology.
Let's see. Amy, what do you have? How do they have trouble getting into?
Parker, did you share the good news that you got about JC Day and how that counts as well?
Trey, 1 second. Miranda was actually answering a question real quickly for Amy regarding jcmember.com. But then,
yeah, but President Maley answered it.
That Iowa president, she's got such a great chairman of the board that probably helps her out so much. She's such a lucky state president.
All right, you can take it back.
So, and then when you would get your pin is actually at the year end. So I believe most likely we will probably be giving pins at the 10th degree at the fall national convention year end. I assume if we're going to do it then. If not, we'll definitely be doing it in April of 2021. And I'm not quite sure where that will be yet because we haven't decided. But just going to have to wait and find out. But no, what Trey was saying was we talked with President Justin, and one of the requirements is that you attend a national meeting. Now, that's a very difficult task for a lot of people to complete because national can be expensive. However, we have gotten the authorization that anyone that attended the convention, the virtual convention we had on April 19th, that counts as your requirement to go to a national meeting. So if you attended the trainings, the board of directors meetings, it counts. Like I said, technicalities, you got to find the way around them. So, but if you're a chapter president, I would also recommend that you look at trying to do things right now. Lead a training online. Get your members activated to be doing new member orientations. This is the best time where you can have them engage and not have it be an awkward sit-down place. They can be on a computer like this, meeting with you, and you can all meet together, talk about what's going on. Additionally, if you're a state, you could offer a new member orientation for state members, so it's not just chapter specific. If you have members from around the state that don't have their local chapters that are as active with wanting to do passport, that's too bad, and let me know and I'll peer pressure them in. But that's a great way. State presidents can push things. You can push the trainings. You can push the leadership opportunities. You can do the social aspects. I know that in my state, President May Lee has been constantly trying to do Zoom happy hours and Zoom meetings just so the members stay engaged and active. And that's what any other state could do in members, just like we're doing tomorrow night with the murder mystery.
We also have the opportunity to, so if you wanted to encourage people, because sometimes certificates are motivating. So we have developed a brand new degree certificate. So every time that someone completes a degree, first degree, second degree, third degree, whatever, you can give them, you can go on, I will email me and I will give you the logins, or I will send you the template rather to our Canva account. And it's a template that's already built for the 10th degree of civic leadership. And from there, you will just fill in your chapter name, your state, and the person that's receiving it and their degree. So it's super simple. It's 4 lines that you fill out to personalize it for them, but it's also giving them a little bit of incentive. And I mean, I guess right now you could mail it to them. But eventually we will get to meet one day, whether it be in mass and, you know, hazmat suits, however we have to meet one day. But so I guess we lost Trey. He gave up on technology.
Technology heard that he was bad-mouthing him, so it just got it.
So, all right. So, Heather says the 2019 10th degrees will be given in St. Louis. So if you earned it if you were supposed to receive it on the cruise, you will get it in St. Louis. And then obviously we haven't finished 2020 yet. So those will be issued in 2021. I assume, right, Parker?
That's correct. It'll be next year around this time.
Right.
So
it's usually the year end of the year that you finished it.
Does anyone that's watching right now have creative ways that they've moved through their passport so far this quarantine period or COVID-19 coolness? Bueller. No.
We brought him back. He came back.
Hey, and I can actually hear you, Miranda.
But can you hear Parker?
Only because he's being silly.
That's exactly right.
It popped up on the phone saying the live stream had ended. So I was like,
oh, no, we're still live. It still shows that we're live on my end. There's no telling what technology and Facebook has done, but it shows we're at 31:42 so far.
It's Trey and
Whit
technology.
still says he's here, so
perfect.
Yeah. Well, at least we can all hear each other now. That's even better.
Yeah, I don't know why that happens sometimes. It's a weird glitch. You would think.
I feel like it was probably one of those, like, maybe somebody was a little jealous of old Gator and they dropped him off the feed.
I still think you're a snake, and I think you killed him, but whatever. We'll find out tomorrow night who killed him.
Wow.
Parker, he might need a good lawyer.
Gator's a good old boy.
Well, if anyone's asking for my legal advice for tomorrow night, they should not answer any questions whatsoever because everything will be used against them.
It is on live and it is recorded, so all I'm just saying is Gator is a snake.
I mean, technically, it's a reptile, right?
MVP Trey may or may not be Gator.
Well, a gator is a reptile, and a snake is a reptile, but doesn't mean a gator is a snake, but a snake is a reptile.
Well, apparently Gator to Miranda is a snake.
There's going to be a video released in a little bit. MDD Ross is releasing a video with all of our characters, and so.
Yeah, that's where you'll see where I'm referencing the whole snake comment. Good thing.
Good to know. That's what you call a teaser in the movie industries.
Do we have any other questions for Passport to Civic Leadership? Or just in general about JCs or how to get it? Or Jeremy says dinosaur. That's also, wasn't that a reptile? Maybe?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I don't know if they would. Yeah, you're right. They are dinosaurs.
I don't know. I mean, were they cold blood? I don't know. I think they were just dinosaurs. Yeah. So, let's see. Parker told me just always say allegedly. Yeah. Well, apparently, allegedly, I am a suspect and MVP Trey is a suspect. But I think, and I'm not saying allegedly, I think Trey would do it before I would do it.
I think it's Serena. I mean,
is there a new passport? Stephanie Martin says.
So that was something that we have talked about. It hasn't been thrown away yet, but we are still keeping the 10 degrees no matter what. But the question was whether or not to revamp some of the levels, change everything up. As of right now, there hasn't been any changes due to the fact that with everything going on right now with COVID, it's more important that we keep things constant for now. But that doesn't mean that we won't be proposing new ideas moving forward to try to make sure that people who do get their degrees done still feel challenged moving forward. And it doesn't mean that, that 10th degree won't be as big important anymore. it's still just going to be as important and still as impressive to get it done. The question is whether or not we want to actually give these people opportunity to give back and be mentors a little bit more than we have right now.
Agreed. Yeah, it would be really hard to do new tasks for Passport right now, just because we are limited. And we've been very innovative in the things we've been able to do and the ways we're able to communicate and things, but it's not like we can get out there and share projects on the same grand scheme as we were 3 months ago.
But one thing you could be doing still right now is you could be planning a project, which is one of the requirements for a Passport. Don't have to do the project, just need to plan it, or create a fundraiser for a local organization. I've seen a lot of people right now starting GoFundMe pages for local nurses and medical staff to help provide food to the front line. Creating a fundraising project for your chapter or recruiting event, a sponsor for a chapter. These are things you could be doing right now as well. Create a project to give back to the first responders, to everyone that's been working the front line. Raise money for your chapter that you will then use to provide services. Think outside the box.
Members, yeah. Ross just added recruiting new members. Right now, my local chapter's been killing it with recruiting, and I don't really know how they're doing it, but so, and then Witt is still accusing Margot of being the killer. It's showing
technically when anyone says they're #angel, that generally doesn't always mean the same.
Sounds guilty to me. Be sure to select submit every time you check off. Oh yeah, that is true, because I have clicked them and not hit submit when I did it the first go round. So
now you don't have to click submit after every single one. Like mark 1, then submit. Mark 1, then submit. You can mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then submit all at once.
But I didn't even do that.
Well, yeah.
I thought checking the box was good enough. There's where the technology did me in, like it does Trey.
Yeah, I'm going to leave technology alone for a while.
So, all right. Well, let's see. Miranda Williams, I have another one coming to the meeting. Witt's been killing it. So you can't put out any membership challenges with him. I know you're over member relations, Trey, and MDD Ross is watching. But if y'all put out any national incentives, you better watch it with Witt, because I was slated to win the recruitment, and then he stayed up later than I did and recruited one while I was asleep and won.
Well, I guess I'm going to have a conversation with MDD Ross and see if we can get something out there. I know that we got this mystery we got to solve starting tomorrow, but I feel like we should have a incentive out there. Clearly, your local chapter is doing things in the running, so why not?
Yeah, there's been a couple of chapters that were at growth last quarter, even during this.
Yeah, a couple of states as well, first quarter.
It's a hard time to recruit, but it's also an easy time to recruit because we have a lot of free time on our hand and everybody wants to help. So let's also keep in mind, and I will say this going in, because a lot of states are trying to look at their freedom date, whether that's going to actually be true or not, I don't know. But if we're doing all of these Zoom meetings and broadcasting now, I really would encourage a lot of these local chapters to look into that in the future as an option as well, because if we're offering it now to our current members and to our new incoming members, just think about how beneficial it would be when people say, they can't come to meetings because they don't have a babysitter, or they don't have this, they don't have that, but they can go back to Facebook, they can watch the live broadcast, or it's recorded on Zoom, we can upload it to YouTube. We're giving our members options, and I don't think we ever did that before, because I think if you missed a meeting, you missed the meeting, and you just didn't know until you read the meeting minutes. And if you didn't read the minutes, then you were just kind of left to figure it out on your own. So I do feel like communication has gotten better through this pandemic. And I really do hope that a lot of these chapters keep these things that we have learned through this. So I feel like it's going to make our chapter stronger at the end of it.
Agreed. I mean, I could even say something along that. Just following up on that was, why not just have every meeting as a Zoom option too? So you're live streaming the actual meeting, so then they can attend via Zoom instead of having to go back and watch it. They could be able to watch it live.
Yeah.
If they don't have that babysitter.
Mm-hmm. Not having a babysitter, or when sports start back, because we know, I'm from a sports town, and when sports are up, like mom and dad, they're not coming to meetings if it's up pretty much any day of the week. You could pick 2:00 in the morning. They're like, oh no, we got a softball tournament. We can't.
Yeah.
They're going to come up with it, but it's fine. But yeah, so definitely keep thinking these options and giving your members these options of other ways to virtually still stay involved.
Agreed.
But at the same point, once it does open back up, I know a lot of people will be antsy about wanting to do things. Don't hesitate to try to get them to join your chapter and start doing projects. Hit the ground running. Talk to your chapters. Start planning projects, whether it is a thank you event for the first responders, whether it is highway cleanups, whether it's building a nature trail at a park. Make these plans, get these events going. People want to see something out there. And this is a great way and a great opportunity for us as JCs to get our name out there, whether it's a volunteer project, whether it's a leadership training opportunity, whether it's, just having a good time and hanging out and being friends. Do stuff out there, support your local organizations, and be active.
Right now, you could hit a local business that has been out of work for 2 or 3 months, and if they're going to be able to open up full-fledged, start supporting them and do, even if we have to do a drive-through day where you're supporting them and doing a pre-sale drive-through burger day or something. It is easy projects are out there right now that don't require a lot.
Yeah, or even host a social meeting at the event at that restaurant, just to give them business.
Trivia, you could do anything. Trivia night. You could do, the possibilities are endless, because we're so kind of most of us are so kind of over this digital world. I do love the fact, I was telling Parker this earlier, I love the fact that I'm able to see y'all digitally. I would hate being quarantined in my house in 1964, but thank God I am in it like this. But I just want to see you guys and hug y'all. I'm over this. I need out of this. I'm tired of seeing y'all through a computer screen. So yeah.
Fair enough. I'll be honest. I as a essential employee, I would like to get back to normal just so I can have a break.
I bet.
I'm not comparing myself. Thank you so much to all our first responders and everything you're doing. I just run a restaurant, so by default, I'm essential that way. I am in no way comparing myself to what the first responders are doing on the front lines. Thank you.
Agreed.
But I would like a break. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I think everybody needs a break. We're all doing our part, no matter how big or little it seems to us. Even sitting at home, yeah, to the ones that aren't working, or to the ones that are working, just the people that's sitting at home, it doesn't seem like, you're like, oh, you're not even around it. This isn't healthy for people either, sitting at home for 47 days. And yes, I have counted. I probably etched it into my walls, but this isn't healthy for people. Yes, I'm ready to come to Nebraska, Amy. I'm ready to come to anywhere. I'm ready to just
Nebraska's not that great.
Whoa, Parker.
Dude, I would go to the Dollar General right now and be happy about it. Let's be real. Let's be real here, okay?
I just want to cross the state line without getting shot.
Exactly. Oh.
South Carolina ain't that bad, but just saying.
Well, if you guys ever want to come to Iowa, I'll volunteer to take you around our great state of Iowa, show you everything that's great here. So,
Oh,
As
absolutely.
soon as this is open, I'm going all the places. I mean, I say that, but like there again, I've been off work for 47 days, so it's going to be very hard for me to be like, "Hey, boss, I need another 47 days off," because I haven't traveled anywhere this whole 3 months. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. But anyway, I have kept y'all. I could keep talking to y'all forever. Y'all are my favorites, but I will let y'all go. I know JCI USA is probably tired of hearing us talk. So, if anybody has any questions on Passport Civic Leadership, how do they get in touch with you, Parker?
well, you can either email me at passport@jciusa.org, or you can Facebook message me at Parker Thurnbeck. I'm the guy that's barely standing over a podium. Or you can, Facebook Messenger or email is the best way to get a hold of me. Since I'm still working in the daytime, it's not really easy to get a hold of me, but you can call my cell as well. So
We could probably put Parker in our pocket, fold him up, but I will say he can do the worm like it's nobody's business.
hey, I got moves like Jagger.
And
I
he
feel
can
like I should.
suit too.
I feel like
And boots.
we should volunteer Parker to some kind of like live worm challenge or something. Let's see if we can get some people doing Passport, like some new folks involved in Passport.
Yeah, if we can get,
and set a challenge for you and see.
let's
if we
do
can
right
get
now.
you.
If we can get 100 new people to get Passport, their 10th degree by 2021, I will worm the stage at year-end convention.
In
100
2021.
new people. That's perfect because that is for our 100th year anniversary. So 100 new 10th degrees.
So if
that we
they're
will
for
install.
2019, they don't count.
They don't count.
Just because
They
they're
have
doing
to be
it.
10th degrees through January 1 to December 31st of 2020.
Correct.
All right. I will release this challenge probably tomorrow because I have another conference call when we get off of here. But I will release this challenge on social media or make a pretty graphic. Yes, get that in writing.
You don't need it. This is recorded. You got
That's
my
right.
verbal authorization.
The verbal is probably way worse than your written, right? Because you can't forge a verbal.
Not easily.
Serena, we need your opinion on this.
Oh, Amy says ParkerTheRealTigerKing.com.
I've already bought that website.
All right. I will let you guys go, but 100 new 10th degrees, and Parker's going to do the worm all the way down the stage, year-end convention. And you know what? If we get 101, I bet Trey will do it very badly down at 2.
Amen to very badly. And you know what? Sure.
I got your back.
I'm in.
I got your back.
Heather's correct. They have to get it their 10th degree by December 31st, 2020.
Correct.
So try to finagle those ways, stretch the boundaries. We can get 100 new 10th degrees by
check outside the box. And if we get 101, Trey's going to do it really badly. And if we get 102, Miranda will videotape it.
And if we get 150, Miranda will do it.
Okay.
That's on video.
Can I do like the tequila worm down it just the whole way? Because I don't really know how to do.
You can do the sideway worm and just roll like just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. All right. 150, sure. That's in verbal.
You heard it here first, people.
That's right. You hear it on Leadership Live first.
There you go.
I hope we don't get in trouble for making challenges without permission.
It's easier. Hey, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission, right?
This is true. This is true. It's for the 100th year celebration. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you, JCI USA, for putting up with us for almost 50 minutes, and all of Parker and Trey and Miranda shenanigans. They're always entertaining. They're never boring. So thank you all, and we will see you next week. We will have IVP. No, next week. Next week I have Anthony Coletti and legal counsel Serena come in to me to talk about how to keep your chapter out of financial hot water and how to file your chapter taxes and your state taxes. That's next week.
Easy one.
All
Don't
right.
invite Trey or Parker.
Hold on,
wait.
Yeah.
I have another one for how many for National President Justin.
We'll have to get back to you on that one because
No, we don't. Forgiveness, not permission.
All right, then he's just 25.
Ooh. No, I think we got to go higher than that. All right, Trey. Trey, I'm letting you get in trouble by yourself on this one.
Okay, hold on. What are the numbers real quick? So we got 100 for Parker, 101, it's me, 102, Miranda's
Filming it. 150, she's rolling across the stage, just going boom, boom, boom. 200, 250.
I say 200.
Yeah, I would say 200. If you wouldn't have gone so
200.
high with the 150, I probably would have said 120, only because the Vision 2020 for him. So the 120 of the 100 of so
we
went a
get
little high on Miranda with the 150. So
I'll put this way: if we get 200 new people, we can have Justin, and if we get 250, we'll have the entire exec team.
I think I have 50
Serena,
people
Anthony
in my
Coletti,
state.
all of them.
I'm going to get them just now. I'm going to get all 50 in my state to do it.
I feel like I'm going to have to make give President Fallon a call from South Carolina and have her start calling up members from South Carolina.
That's also my state. Tell Fallon that I need her help too.
Okay. Then I'll be calling my states as well. Yeah, we're putting out challenges to everybody. Everybody's doing the worm.
You get a challenge. It's like
you
get one.
You do the worm. You do the worm.
I have my MVP call or my MVP state meet and greet with Minnesota this weekend. So hopefully we can get some there.
Beautiful. Let's get it done. Let's get her done.
All right. All right. We're really leaving this time. No more challenges. WIT has accepted our challenge. So my local chapter is in on it. It usually takes 3 years to obtain all degrees. Heather, quit being a Debbie Downer.
I bet you could get it done in a year.
And she goes, and she just don't want to be. She just don't want to have to do it.
She just don't want to do the worm. Make Heather do the worm.
Finish typing what you're typing, Heather.
I think Heather's challenge should be if every single one of our state presidents gets it done.
Ooh, if all the state presidents become a 10th degree this year. That's all on y'all. I'm not challenging. Heather scares me sometimes, so I'm not going to challenge Heather.
She's a teddy bear.
Heather's 15 minutes from my house. She's going to get me before she gets y'all.
Realist Rita. She's not Debbie Downer. She's realist Rita. Y'all, but no. Have y'all ever been on a conference call with her?
Yeah. She doesn't scare me. Heather, you don't scare me.
It's not that she doesn't scare us, but she comes off mute and everybody else will be just talking normal and I'm loud. Like, I'm loud. I get it. I'm loud. But she comes off and it's like, dang, Heather.
It's called passion. She's got that passion.
Oh, Trick. So our immediate past president has agreed that was a great idea of Parker. I'm not encouraging or I'm just reading comments.
I will say, I've been told all my ideas are great ideas.
So she was saying that the all the state presidents challenge is 100. Because we never made that all the state presidents one official.
I mean,
I say
jump.
I'll agree if she can get all of her. I mean, y'all are already gonna make me do the worm or roll the worm because I can't do the worm. women can't do the worm. It just doesn't physically work. But I will roll sideways at 150. But if she gets all of her state presidents at 10th degree, and it's totally possible, Heather, I say she should belly up to the challenge.
Agreed.
She says she's not scared. She's not scared.
Okay,
She's
I
not
second
scared.
that. I
Perfect.
second the motion.
She's good. Heather accepted. I think Trisha was offering to do it with her. Emily done threw
Emily's
it out
throwing
there with her.
gauntlets down now.
Yes.
We're just gonna be
Y'all,
everyone on the
get
stage
off of
doing the
this.
worm the entire way across it by the end of the night.
This has also been the official longest leadership live. You guys are trouble, and I knew it from the get-go.
I was gonna say, did you expect anything else?
Facts.
Trisha has also agreed to do it with Heather.
Yes.
But you know what? Here's the other thing, though. When someone else throws someone under the bus, they have to do it. So I think Emily should also have to do it.
The
I
hits
agree.
keep coming.
I mean, that's just the way it is. It's like if you're gonna, or she needs her own challenge. She is chapter development. I can't really think of a chapter development one off the cuff, and don't think I won't check behind them too. I'm more strict than Parker, is what Heather says.
Maybe we can figure out something with MVP Margot. Was she under chapter relations and with the chapter development director? Maybe we can work out.
I'm throwing Margot out there. Oh,
No,
Margot.
I'm not throwing Margot. I'm saying maybe we can work with Margot on a challenge for Emily specifically as a chapter development.
All right. Well, I mean, Emily hasn't agreed to it, but she's been thrown under the bus, and I was driving that bus. So
I'm pretty sure Emily agreed to do something. We just don't know what she agreed to yet.
Emily's always up for a good challenge. She's fine. We just don't know what Emily's agreed to yet. And Margot's generally up for it, but we're going to come up with one related to chapters.
That's what I was saying. We'll let the chapter. I'm not overstepping. I say Margot probably can come up with a challenge, and Emily can.
No. This is our show right now. We're on it. They can come up with their own challenge for you guys.
I mean,
for everybody else. But
if the other MVPs want to see that, Trey stepping up to do the worm for the passion he has for this organization, we'll just hear what the other MVPs have to do now.
Yeah.
Show their passion.
Right. I think. See, Emily says she's in. Emily could maybe help chapters. Hold on. Oh wait, where'd it go? Emily maybe could help chapters get their passports started. And then Miranda should be more worried about saying my secrets on Zoom calls.
I can't see the comments. I hate that I can't see them.
Now I'm scared of Heather again.
You should be more worried about Ross. The longer we go right now, the harder Ross is going to make us work.
Ross is fine. He's fine. Yeah. He saved your hiney. You need to be worried about Ross. He saved your hiney.
Oh, I'm always worried about Ross.
All right. So seriously though, we do need to figure this out. Let's come up with a really good one for Margot and Emily, but that still relates back to passport. And we'll come up with it by tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. Work for everybody? And then we'll release that somehow or another. I mean, I'm free. I can go live. You guys can't. But we can also just type it in either way.
That'll work.
Miranda? Yeah. Okay. Still the same one. All right. We will see y'all next week with Financial Chair Anthony Coletti. Hold on, wait. Emily could maybe help all the newer chapters get it started in their chapters.
That works.
Not bad idea.
Yeah.
How many chapters?
You got to start somewhere.
You could just say, 5 new if every new chapter has 5 people that at least started, she would do the worm. Something like that. Anyway,
we'll talk. We'll get them a really good one before tomorrow.
Thanks for having me on tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on, Parker.
Thank y'all. We'll be back next week with Anthony Coletti and legal counsel Serena.
And
Gator
just for Dean,
out.
volunteer. So
We will see y'all next week. Bye, you guys.